Hey traders, Akil Stokes here of Trade Empowered, and I want to welcome you to this week's Live Room Weekend Review. If this is your first time joining me, I want to thank you for tuning in, and I hope you like what you see. I also want to apologize for the attire. Usually I try to put on a nice shirt or a pink tie, something like that. But it's been a busy weekend. I just came back from a wedding. I'm doing one of those tough mutter runs tomorrow, and well, just didn't feel like getting dressed up. Just wanted to do it as is and kick it out to you guys. Also, for those who are wondering, last week I was away out in Colorado. I had actually I coached track and field as well, and one of my athletes made it to the NCAA national championship. So she competed in that. She did very good. She's 15th, or she finished 15th in the country in her event. And just want to thank all you guys that sent me emails and messages wishing her good luck. I definitely shared them with her, and she's very appreciative for that. So, time to get to trading. This week actually wasn't too bad of a week in the live room, coming back into things after taking about a week off. However, unfortunately, we weren't able to continue our win streak as far as profitable months go. This was a losing month, not too big of a drawdown, about 3%, still uh, putting us about 12% total for the year. Um, but it's always cool to get on the winning streak. But we'll look to start that back up in June and see if we can run through the summer. It's a little strange to the members in the live room because since we've been running and we've been going about what is it, about 15 or about 17 months now. This is only the third losing month we've had, so it's kind of odd to crunch the numbers and be like, what, no profit? But it's trading, it happens, and I don't expect to be profitable every trade, every week, every month. It's part of trading. The key is if we can limit those drawdowns as much as possible and really take advantage of the bigger months that we do have. So, one thing that was pretty interesting was crunching the numbers. Really, where we got hammered, I trade six pairs in the live room: the euro yen, the cable, the pound dollar, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, and the euro dollar, of course. And really, where we got hammered statistically wise was on the cable, so the pound dollar, and really the pound yen. Looking at the pound yen, only had about a 33% win percentage on that pair, and in the cable, only 14, winning one trade this entire month on the cable. So that's pretty interesting to see that the pound didn't really treat us or treat me too good this month. Also, looking into the numbers, looking as far as actual setups we trade, and I trade a few different ways in a live room. Advanced patterns, I trade the cipher pattern, the bat pattern, the Gartley pattern, butterfly pattern, and then I have a category called Other, which is CTS trading, combined technical scoring, structure trading, stuff like that. And CTS wasn't too bad, 47% on structure-based trades, which was a big improvement off last month. Uh, Bats and ciphers did pretty good. Cipher only about 55% this month, but still that's a positive number. Bats about 71%. Um, but where I got hammered again was the Gartley pattern, going only 2 for 10 on Gartleys in the live room. And what's interesting is Gartley is one of those patterns. We've been discussing this for a good amount of time now. The Gartley is one of those patterns that I'm going to see how the year goes, but considering maybe removing it from my trading plan. Not necessarily because it's not profitable. It is a profitable pattern, but I'm personally getting so much more out of bats and ciphers that I may want to concentrate my time and effort more on those two patterns instead. So we'll see. We're not even halfway through the year. I'll crunch the numbers in December and see if it's worth it or not. But just wanted to put it out there that it's something I've been noticing. It's something a lot of our trade empowered mastermind members have been noticing as well as our live room members. So let me get you guys to the flashbacks from this week in the live room. Syndicate, great job in the syndicate this week. We made a big killing. So let's keep that up. I'm excited about the new changes that are coming, and well, I'll get you guys the video. So Tuesday was the first day back in the live room after taking about a week off for some personal time, I guess you could say, and started off pretty good day. We took about four trades, three winners, one loser. The one loser we had was on Aussie dollar. Took a failed Gartley pattern, which you can see failed right away. The good thing about this is that That same Gartley pattern was actually, well, even though it failed on the lower time frame, it was actually a two-target cipher pattern winner on the 60-minute time frame. So once again, the day trading and the swing trading kind of hedging each other. Obviously, got more profit on the swing trading, but you guys get the point. But nothing real fancy today. The one setup that was pretty cool was here on Euro Yen. We actually took back-to-back patterns. We took a or I took a Gartley pattern here on Euro Yen that completed down at 131.83. You can see that rolled up to be a easy, painless, pain-free winner. We did come right back down. We actually completed a cipher pattern down here at the 786, and you can see we pushed through a little bit and then spiked back up to get a winner on that as well. So, pretty cool to see two back-to-back patterns in essentially the same area both be winners. Usually one will win, one will lose, something like that. So we got out pretty good. We also had the same thing on pound yen with a cipher pattern as well. So 3 wins, 1 losses, or one loss. Not a bad way to start the week, and we'll see if we can end the week, end the month, in the positive. So Wednesday was a pretty good day in the live room. Not a lot of movement. Actually, most of the market's action came before the live room opened. I had a very good swing trading day uh, between 6 o'clock and about 7 o'clock in the morning, where I had yesterday's cipher pattern on euro dollar complete for two targets, and then another cipher pattern on euro dollar um, pushed back down to target ones, and then got filled on like two other trades. So it was an excellent morning, which is surprising. Usually don't get most of my trades then, but hey, that's why you keep your orders on. So great morning for me personally. Then when the live room opened, the market calmed down a bit, but we're still able to catch about three trades. We went two for three, so two winners, one loser. The one loser was a structure-based trade on New Zealand dollar, which actually, looking at it right here, we actually got stopped out by about one tick. I had my stop orders at 81.48, and then rolled down to hit would-be target ones down here at 81.16. So, it happens. Can't be too frustrated about that. One of the winners was a small bat here on euro yen, and these yen pairs have had very high ATRs in the last month or so. So although it looks like a very small pattern, there was actually some pretty good profit made in there. Lastly, our bigger one was here on pound yen. You can see we took a bat pattern about first thing in the morning, and we came down to hit target ones and target twos, probably for about 50 pips on target one, and then let's see, what do we get? Yeah, probably about 50 pips on target one, then add another 20, 70 pips on target two. So a good 100 and 110, 120 pip move on that. Not bad for the 5 minute charts, right? As I mentioned before, these yen pairs have some pretty big ATRs. So overall, a pretty good day. I don't have a pip total for you, but definitely in the positive, especially with that pound yen hitting for both targets. And we'll take that. All we can do is come in and continue to trade our plan, and you know have faith that the market's gonna work our way. We're not have faith because the numbers prove it. We just gotta not make any mental mistakes and keep pulling the trigger. So another interesting day on Friday in the live room. We wrapped up the obviously last day of the trading week and last day of the trading month as well. Started off with a nice trade on Euro Yen. We had a bat pattern here on the range bar chart, and I'll go through it real quick. You probably can see it right now, but X to A to B, B to C, C to D up here, and kind of explain the psychology of a trade, as it wasn't really a painful trade, but for a lot of newer traders, it's tough to see the market spike down here and then come all the way back up to break even and still deal with it. So it was a good example to sit and I don't want to say hold their hand through it, because everyone's their own individual trader, but it's I'm sure a lot of traders appreciated the support, and that's one of the main compliments I get for newer traders that are in the live room. They talk about, hey, I was in that trade you were in, and I was really thinking about taking my stops out early, or just quitting on it, but I saw that you didn't move anything, and well, I stayed in it, and guess what? I was rewarded. So it was a good chance to see that. Well, we did get hit by some news at 9:45, which was kind of unexpected. There were no major news events on the agenda for today. We did have I think Chicago PMI came out. Something came out at 9:45 that just pushed the markets down, and we got stopped out. I got stopped out in the pound yen or pound dollar cipher pattern as well as a New Zealand Gartley. We actually had a really good trend continuation call on New Zealand that we took about like 5 or 10 minutes to analyze. We had a Gartley pattern, add a butterfly pattern completion, add a Fibonacci matrix with higher time frame confirmation, what have you, and of course, you know, the market never pushed up that way, so we didn't get a chance to get involved. And a great example of the reality of trading. You're going to spend a lot of time doing analysis, and sometimes the market's just not going to give it to you, and you're going to sit there and be like, "Oh, crap." But on the good side of it, though, a lot of time you are going to spend time doing analysis, and it is going to pay off. And we saw that today with a few syndicate trades I had. You see them on my board right now. Pound CAD. This was a Gartley pattern we've been waiting for a few days, and got filled this morning, sitting about 50 something pips up right now. Only about halfway to target one, so nothing we can get too excited about yet. We still haven't broken. I don't use trend lines much, but we haven't broken this trend line. So there's really, you can see it's holding right now. Actually, there's really nothing to have me feeling positive or giddy about this pair for. It's doing what it's doing, and then, well, honestly, until I get target ones hit and I can, physically put some money in my pocket, or I guess it's in the bank account, but until I can physically take the money off the table, you can't get too pumped over trades like this because this can easily come back up and stop us out for a loss. One winner we did have this morning was on a Aussie dollar Gartley pattern. Actually, let me get my stops at the break even as this thing starts to retrace. But we had an Aussie dollar Gartley pattern, a deep Gartley, and you can see it came right into our DSR level as well, our major and minor structure level, and we spiked up. We did hit target one. I took my target ones off a little bit early, and before you get all mad and in an uproar, didn't break my rules, but told the traders this: sometimes there's a big difference between being smart and having too much pride in the markets. And usually my well, not usually, on the 60-minute time frames, unless I'm going for a structure based stop, my stops are going to, or my targets are going to be at the 382. In this case, the 382 is at 96.05. You guys know I front run my targets by about 2 pips, which will put it down at 96.03. Now we also know how powerful a number these even handles are. My even handles, I mean these psychological numbers: 96.00, 96.50, stuff like that. So the question is, you know, am I willing to shoot for an extra 5 pips and get above this number that should have an impact on the market, or am I going to say, hey, 5 pips is okay with me, and get them right below at 95, 98? I decided to do the latter, put them at 95, 98. It is in my trading plan. I recommend that you do something of the same because you don't want to you don't want to miss out on a winning trade by a few pips because you got greedy over an extra 4 or 5 pips. And this is especially on the higher time frames. Day trading, those 4 or 5 pips make a difference in the big scheme of things. When you're looking at about a 50 pip target, the difference between 50 and 46 is not too big of a difference. So had a good conversation about that. You can see it paid off as the market spiked right up into 95, 98, and now it's coming back down. On the same side of things, ooh, look, CAD's doing good. Hopefully we can get out before the weekend comes. On the same side of things, we took a trend continuation trade on the Aussie dollar range bar chart in the live room as well, which also proves to be a great example of why it's good to have to separate your day trading from your swing trading. Obviously, I'm long Aussie on my swing trading, my higher time frame trading, but here in the live room, there's a short trend continuation opportunity. We are in a downtrend, no matter what time frame you look at on Aussie dollar. We are in a downtrend. I saw an opportunity to get involved in this downtrend, and you can see shoot for extended targets. So I'm going to take it. Am I worried about the Gartley pattern on the hourly chart? No, I can care less. That's an entirely separate account. That's an entirely separate trading strategy in my eyes. So, all right, I'm rambling on. Appreciate you guys joining me as always. I've been getting some great feedback. You guys are learning. I'm excited about the new syndicate. Had a phone conversation the other day with one of the members from my 12-week transformation course about how can he continue his education with a busy schedule. He's not able to stay in a live room anymore. He's going to try and get back in because he loves it. Um, but we talked about the syndicate may be the best bet for him because it is around the clock. It's 24/7, and with the changes we're about to make, it's gonna crank it up a notch. So take care, traders. Plan your trade, trade your plan, and I will see you guys next week.